My name is Shona Kester. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota. All through my childhood, I had sort of some pretty severe joint pain that cropped up here and there. And when I was a teenager, like late in my teens, it got really bad, to the point where it was stopping me from doing a lot of things. And it was very unexplained. No doctor knew what to do with me. They didn't have a diagnosis for it. And so what ended up happening is in my 20s, it got even worse, and it started really altering my life and got very scary. It was pain that just basically would roam around my body, and I went to doctor after doctor after doctor trying to figure out what it was. One doctor wanted to rebuild all of my joints, like one by one, and then, I mean, just crazy, crazy stuff. So I got tired of it, and in my late 20s I just decided this is enough. I'm tired of telling my story. I'm tired of going to these doctors. It doesn't seem to be doing any damage, but it's awful. So I'm just going to try to figure out other ways to deal with this and just sort of get off this crazy train that I was on. So a friend of mine suggested acupuncture, and it was a Chinese guy who barely spoke English, and just sort of cryptically told me what he was going to do, and then he did it. And by the time I was done, I was leaving the office, and I was just exhausted and just couldn't even keep my eyes open. So rather than going back to work, I just went home, and I fell asleep, and I slept almost all the way through the night, just didn't even wake up again. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had a rash that had broken out like from head to toe. The next morning I got up and I went to work, and a coworker of mine said, "So how was it?" And I thought, this is the first day I haven't felt pain. And it was really that dramatic. So while the pain part was taken care of, I still felt like there was a lot of things. I was really, really sick a lot. My immune system was just shot from all these years of kind of battling with this. I was diagnosed with Epstein-Barr, which is chronic fatigue, and so I was really, really struggling with a lot of these things, and I just thought, okay, there has to be a way now to take this a little bit further and really control it a lot more. I want to be clear, I didn't reject Western medicine at all. I just didn't feel like it was working for me, and that probably I had a lot more control than I thought I did in how I felt. And so I went on a search and found a naturopath that took me sort of the rest of my journey. And she started me on a lot of supplements that were very specific to certain things that that were low in my body or that just needed sort of balancing. And we really kind of worked on this for a couple of years. I mean, it's just, my life is so different. It's probably been 5 years now since I've had a cold. And now I feel like I'm so healthy. There's just nothing unique about me as far as that I have to control, except just managing my health, and that's it. That's my story.